Hi. So we are going to do a little foot and ankle work, and I recommend that you do this either seated in a chair or lying flat on your back, either on your mat or in bed. And the reason why is when we're sitting on the floor, we tend to crush our lower back because we may not be able to roll that pelvis forward and get that good alignment. So I would really encourage you to do this in a chair or lying flat on your back. We are going to start with some basic pointing and flexing. Couple options here. You can leave your heel on the floor and then come to your toe. You can hold your leg up. We want from the knee up to be still. This is just a move for our ankle. We want to make sure we do both. So maybe 10, 15, and then we're going to move into ankle circles. When we are doing ankle circles, it is a move for the ankle. It is not a move for the whole leg. This is a version of an ankle circle, but that is not what we are doing. What we are doing is moving just the ankle. I like to hold my leg so I can really think about what's doing the movement. My muscles are engaging, but my ankle is doing the rotation. And make sure you go both directions. And we will switch. So again, it's not this, it's the ankle doing the work. Holding the leg helps you identify if the leg is moving or not. Again, going both directions. My friend the bee is back. Okay, so the next move is really a whole foot move. And you most likely will need to be on the edge of your chair for this. And this is something you need to do in a chair. It's really hard. Well, actually, probably impossible to do it lying down. So it looks something like this. You're going to lift your heels, but the ball of the foot and the toes are on the floor. And then you're going to come up to the toes, the tip toes. Now, if you have some cramping, that's okay. That means the muscles are not used to being using. Cramping is a neurological condition. It's the brain freaking out. So just let it settle down. And then we'll come back to the balls of the feet, back to the heels. So we lift the heels, come all the way to the balls of the feet, and then come all the way to the toes. And you might find that you need to adjust where you're at to do this. So for me, when I pull my feet back so I can get up on my toes, I get this bend in my leg right here. And that's not bad. That's good for the ankles. It gives me a little discomfort. So it's balls of the feet, tips of the toes. And then we come down. And then maybe scoot the feet out a little further. Heels up, balls of the feet, tips of the toes. We can do about 10 of these. And the foot placement is going to change how it feels. So you decide where you want your feet. So now we're going to reverse that and we're going to lift the toes. And then we're going to come up to our heels. And then we lower, lower. Lift the toes. We're on the balls of our feet and our heels. And then we lift and lower. Toes come up. Balls of the feet come up. Again, you might want to play around with where you have your feet. and doing about 10 of these. We're going to do a little stretch here. So if your knees allow, taking your foot and bringing it underneath your chair so that the top of the foot is on the mat or the floor, and checking the alignment. So we don't want the foot going out. We want it to stay in a line, and then pressing on the top of the foot. Again, you might get some cramping. That's okay. See if you can just breathe through it. The brain is freaking out, and that's perfectly fine. And then we will switch. So checking the knee ankle placement, pushing the top of the foot into the mat or the floor. And then coming to your mat. The last thing we'll do is a little massage for our feet. So bringing the foot up to the leg if this is available to you, taking your fingers, putting them between your toes, squeezing the toes, and then squeezing the fingers with the toes. And this might be tender, and that's okay. The more we do it, the better it is. We're going to squeeze and squeeze. And then let's do the other side. Squeeze the fingers with the toes, and then squeeze the toes with the fingers. That is some simple foot and ankle work you can do that will really help keep your feet and your ankles strong.